Hello, good evening, and welcome to live coverage and live commentary of England against Poland from Wembley Stadium. We're all set almost to go here, and once again, this really does promise to be here at Wembley this evening. And we hope to bring you this live. Hopefully, we'll manage to get live commentary for you of the match, and if we do, and that's fantastic news. So we're hoping and praying that we will be able to bring you this one live and free. We're about 15 minutes away from the kickoff here. I want to say thank you very much to everybody that joined us this evening. But the good news is that grassroots football is now being lifted, which is great news for everybody, and that can only be good news as regards to that. But this is a big game for England tonight. Won their first two qualifiers, won 5-0 against San Marino, then won 2-0 in Albania on Sunday. So it's all up for England in the group. England have got 6 points out of 6 additional points now. We're 5 minutes to go to kick off. I will bring you the two sides. England have made, what I will say as regards team news, the big news for England is they've made one change. Ben Chilwell comes in and he replaces Luke Shaw, who had a good game, but he was tired. So he was tired, pretty good, and we're just hoping to get some pictures up so we can bring you commentary, and I think we can bring you that live in just a second. Turn them up. But a great atmosphere building up here at Wembley as we await the two sides to come out here of the tunnel. And what a match this really does promise to be. One game to go before the European Championships begin. And the qualification group. Just having a few technical problems bringing you the national anthems at the moment. It's we are actually struggling with a couple of streams. We'll be back live in just a second or two, hopefully with the match. Just having problems with our feeds. But as soon as we got it live, we will continue with commentary. All I will say is that we're almost all set to go then. So we're just having one or two technical problems, and the national anthems have just been played. So we're just hope starts in goal for England. Then it's Walker, Maguire, Stones, Chilwell, Phillips, Rice, Foden, and then it's Mount, Kane, and Raheem Sterling in the England 11. Poland with Szczesny in goal, and Piatek and Zielinski. That's the 11s, but we are still waiting on a feed of the match. John Clappers is the referee from the Netherlands. We're having the live matches, so we'll just You just have to bear with us for just a moment or two. But we will soon have, as soon as we have the match on, we'll bring it to you live. It's supposed to be our 800th. It's a monumental achievement for everybody concerned with the channel over the last few years. It's been a roller coaster few years, and I've absolutely enjoyed it. Hope you have too. But as soon as we've got the commentary, as soon as we've got footage, we'll bring you that commentary live. So don't you worry, folks. We will have the match live for you in just a sec. But it's just playing a little rating game at the moment. It's not easy. Our technical boys are onto it, but here at Wembley, hopefully we'll have it live for you in just a second. It's just a real problem at the moment, trying to sort out technical issues and Christ knows what else. We've done well not to be hassled here by technical problems this last few weeks. It's the first game in second or two with actual live commentary of this match. Built myself up there. I've done a lot of prep for this game, so let's hope we can go live in just a second or two. And we've got the teams up for you. There's the teams that have just come up on the screen, so hopefully we'll have that sorted out in a second. We'll endeavour to bring you this live. It's very difficult to just do at the moment. Bear with us. No, honestly, I've told you the two teams and who the referee is. It's not. It's fair to say I'm not happy about it. This to you live. Hopefully, we won't be far away now from bringing a large part of the game to you. It's 0-0.
Finding Maguire.
It's 0-0 here as the ball is fed towards Maguire.
Mount.
Now Mason Mount takes possession. Good ball into the penalty area. And the header away this time. Poland in red, by the way. England all in white. But there's nobody here to do that. So hopefully now we'll get the commentary going. Still 0-0. Big news for Poland is Robert Lewandowski is out tonight. Goal kick to England. Hopefully the stream will be working. Hopefully the stream's working fine now, and we can keep on commentating. Of course, we'll keep you abreast with all the other scores around Europe tonight, or we endeavour to do so if there's no technical problems. And of course, keep your comments clean and obviously like what we're doing in the comment section as well. We've got a live comment section at the well. So as I say, England making one change at the moment, and it's good. And let's have a look now. Sue's been on. Is the game at home? Yeah, England are at home tonight. They're at Wembley Stadium, and let's hope we have a good game tonight. England looking for 3 wins out of 3 as they try to qualify for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Of course, this is the final game. We'll find out before the European Championships. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring you those games live on JB Sports. As number 8, Phillips, inside his own half, has been brought down. Bjorn Kuipers is the referee. Kashawek is the offender there as they get on with the game. Here's Kyle Walker. Here's number 3, Ben Chilwell. Here's the one change tonight. He's in place of Luke Shaw, who played really well on Sunday night against the Albanians away in Tirana. But England would love 3 out of 3. Gareth Southgate. Some good for England form to take into those European Championships, which take place, of course, in June and July. At the moment, it's across the It's across Europe, but there has been talk if there has been talk that if the whole of Europe, and that includes Germany, Italy, France, certain countries that can't hold the tournament, there has been talk of the whole championships coming to England because of the roadmap out of the COVID-19 lockdown, which means England will be able to stage all the matches here, almost like Euro '96 on a larger scale. There is talk about that. We'll find out from UEFA nearer the time whether that's going to be a formality or a reality at the moment. But the signs are that as England have possession, 6 minutes gone, 0-0. The signs could be going towards that way, and England will then have the advantage. I mean, they're already playing at Wembley in their first 3 group matches against Croatia, Scotland, and I'm forgetting the other team, but I'm sure someone will bring that one up. Keep commenting. Sue is enjoying the commentary at the moment. She also likes the Burnley highlights that we did a few last night as well. Yeah, I dubbed the commentary over, and that's brilliant. Let's bring the virus over to England. Well, it's not. It's all going to be under COVID restrictions, but if we're in a position to stage the event, why not? Why not indeed? Anyway, here comes Mason Mount. He finds Raheem Sterling. Sterling now breaks into the penalty area. It comes to Mount again. Mount turns. Here's Chilwell. Can he keep it in by the byline? It's Chelsea Cole. He can do just that, and the cross comes in, and a header from 7 yards out. I think it was Phil Foden who got the header in the end. But England starting really well here in this opening 6 or 7 minutes. That's a good cross from Chilwell. The 2 Chelsea men absolutely working well in tandem. And Phil Foden, who's had an exceptional season in a Manchester City shirt, he's on course for a quadruple at the moment of Premier League, League Cup, which they will be back at Wembley to challenge for at the end of the month, at the end of next month. The 24th of April is the final here at Wembley. And it might be one of the trial events that the government want to try out. It's Poland comes charging forward again. There was a cross coming in there. I think it was Mulder, number 16. He'd made the break down the near side there, and the cross came in, and it was a dangerous one there for England. Helik has it now for Poland. Of course, we had the pleasure of doing Poland in the last European Championship, and how we've come on in leaps and bounds since then, as Nick Pope comes charging out and just kicks away and just boots it out of play. There's been some silly talk about Nick Pope over the last few days, really. There was a few pundits who really ought to know better, really. I mean, Pope is there on merit. I think Roy Keane made the best judgment of all. On form and current form, he's better than Jordan Pickford. There's no doubt about it. Here comes Mount. So Sterling now, towards the edge of the area, to pick out Phil Foden, and he does. Foden controls it well, finds Declan Rice, back to Foden again. The 2 youngsters combining. Here comes the Manchester City man, Foden, far side, the right-hand side, cuts inside it, he goes down, the referee didn't even think twice, didn't give the penalty. And then was this a penalty there? It was Kwasniak who brought him down. Well, he's clearly pushed him over there. And Bjorn Kuipers, the Dutch referee, was in a very good position to see that. And for some reason or another, didn't give it, which sounds a bit odd to me. I'll have to look at that one again later. Here's Mason Mount to Ben Chilwell now, left-hand side. Mount again, goes back. Harry Maguire now, the Manchester United captain, finds his colleague John Stones. Of course, plays across Manchester for Manchester City. Now Sterling trying to turn away from his man. That's surely got to be a foul. Yes, Bjorn Kuipers straight in there. And it was the same man again, Koashak, who, the number 10 there, who brought him down, who could have easily given a penalty away not 2 minutes ago. And I don't think there was much great difference on in comparison of the 2 challenges. But there you go. 10 gone, still 0-0. England having the better of it, but Poland have just 1 or 2 sniffs at the moment. Here's Chilwell in possession for England. Chilwell gets the ball in there, looking towards Sterling. Header away there by Glick. And it's hooked out for another throw for England. Helix doing the covering there. Chilwell to take it in line with the edge of the 18-yard line as the throw is taken to Mount from Chilwell. Back to Mount again. Declan Rice has possession for England. Ball played out towards the centre circle. Walker now has possession in number 2. England wearing the old 1-11. And I like to see that, actually. It's good to see the old 1-11 being restored here from England tonight. Keep your comments coming in, folks. We're also going to have a little bit of a step away from the usual mumbo jumbo tonight because we're going to have an England man in a match vote later on. So, and a new hashtag for you to follow, but we'll tell you all about that a little bit later on. Still the same usual time to vote for your England man in a match. So it'll be the JB man in a match, of course, but it's going to be an England man in a match. So it may well, in fact, it'll be the same hashtag as before. But you're picking your favourite England player tonight. England man in a match tonight. Okay. At the moment, it's England 0, Poland 0 here at Wembley. And England, of course, won 2 out there in their qualifying group. Number 1 change from Gareth Southgate. No Robert Lewandowski tonight. He picked up a knee injury in the game, in the last Polish game they played on Saturday. And as a result, he misses out. He's out for a month now, which affects Bayern Munich's Champions League chances as well. Along with it, he's their main talisman, of course, for the German side. They play PSG in the Champions League in a couple of weeks' time. So that's a huge blow for them. And it'll be a race to see if he's fit in time for the second leg, maybe of that quarter-final. We'll have to see. Here's Ben Chilwell now for England. Finds Raheem Sterling. Sterling now on the left-hand side. Has to cut inside to dig a good cross out. Foden again was lurking. And then there was a foul there on one of the Polish players. And the referee, Mr. Kuipers, has given the free kick to Poland with 13 minutes gone. It's still England 0, Poland 0. As the ball was played in there. Good defending there by Hilik. And then the Polish player was, shall we say, Polak. Stu's been on again. Enjoying your commentary. Drinking from a wino Saipo glass instead of a stem. It's got a bendy glass straw. I never thought I'd be saying those words during an England international, Sue, but I hope you're enjoying the commentary anyway. And it's nice to have you with us. And, of course, like Sue, you can always have your comments as well. Keep it clean, of course. We are a family show. And we want you to enjoy this commentary. It's our 800 subscriber video as well. And we thought we'd do an England game to celebrate this. We may have a Premier League game on Saturday for you. It might be Leeds to Sheffield United, but we'll let you know again nearer the time. So we might have a little bit of Easter football for you next weekend. At the moment, we are a bit restricted in what we can do in terms of commentary, but we'll try and do the best that we can over the next few weeks. And of course, there's no doubt about it. We will be going for the FA Cup. We'll be covering one FA Cup semi-final as well towards the end, and then hopefully some Premier League football as well towards the end of the season. So plenty of football still to come. And of course, the FA Cup final, of course, next month, in 2 months' time. We're hoping to do Chelsea's match against Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. This is Rice now. Mount now to Chilwell, to Sterling, back to Chilwell. Now Harry Maguire takes the ball up. And here is Ben Chilwell again. Takes the ball here, right-hand side. Left-hand side, I should say. And England just going a bit backwards at the moment. Poland certainly defending from the front here, not giving too much space for the England attackers in this opening quarter of an hour, which is pretty good from them as Piaczek makes a break, but Declan Rice saw that he didn't go any further. And here comes Kyle Walker now for England, right-hand side into Phil Foden. Now then, John Stones finds Ben Chilwell on the left-hand side. 15 yards inside the Polish half, but he has to go back to halfway, and Harry Maguire, and Maguire gets it out to Mason Mount. Mount, who's had a superb qualifying campaign thus far, just over hits the pass. But I think Chilwell reached in and it hit the defenders, and it's an English corner. So Chilwell absolutely worked a miracle to even get the cross in and force a corner, because Mount had hit that pass, and Chilwell did well there, worked a miracle to get it back into the area, and Bednarek had to get it away. So a corner kick then for England, near side, left-hand side with 16 minutes gone. Stones and Maguire, and Declan Rice is in there too. So too is Harry Kane, the captain. Calvin Phillips to take the corner. The Leeds United midfielder, Calvin Phillips, lines it up, right foot, into the area it curls. And it's towards the far post, but the Polish got it away. Back towards England again. And the ball chipped forward, and again you'll find Calvin Phillips, the cross. Back with Phillips once again. Here's Foden. And again Foden. Good cross by Phil Foden. Again, good defending here by the three-man defence of Poland at the moment. Still 0-0. If you've just joined us here on JB Sports, our 800 subscriber video. This is our special video. This is no ordinary commentary stream. This is an England game. Well, it's not the ideal set of circumstances, of course, with technical problems, but we seem to have corrected those technical problems at the moment. And 17 have been played here at Wembley. If you just joined us, England 0, Poland 0 here at Wembley. Not much work for either Nick Pope or Wojciech Szczesny to do. In fact, a little stat about Nick Pope. I'm sure you eagle-eyed listeners are out there will tell you this, but a little statistic: he's the first England goalkeeper in the history of the England football team to go 6 caps without conceding a goal. If he makes it tonight, it'll be 7th game without conceding a goal, which has never been done. Not even Shelton's done it. Not even David Seaman's done it. Or Ray Clements or Gordon Banks and all that ilk. As Sterling runs into the penalty area and he was tripped. Now it's the referee giving him a penalty. A penalty against Helik. The referee, Kuipers, has blown for a foul against Helik. It looks at Ed Harsh on the replay. Let's have a look again from the replay. Sterling picks the ball up halfway inside the Polish half. Now, did Helik get a touch on the ball? He's clipped his man. It wasn't coming together. This will be a telling angle. Yep, I think he's clattered behind him. I think Bjorn Kuipers was correct. And Harry Kane, who ended his scoring drought, he hadn't scored for about 18 months before netting against Albania the other night. Well, he's got a chance now to beat Wojciech Szczesny and give England the lead on 18 and a half minutes. Kane will hit it right foot. It's a shortish run up. Bjorn Kuipers making sure there's no encroaching. Kane steps up and sends it down the middle, and Szczesny went the wrong way. And England are in the lead after 19 minutes. The captain strikes the first blow, and Wojciech Szczesny, who will be best remembered at the left-hand end of this Wembley Stadium. If you're watching on telly, you may be remembered, of course, when he played for Arsenal all those years ago, at that very goal when he let a ball slip, when he got into a bit of a mix-up with Koscielny, which allowed Birmingham City to score a late winner in the cup final. Well, he's conceded one at that same end. This time, more conventional. Harry Kane, that's 2 goals in 2 European qualifiers, in 2 World Cup qualifiers for him. Didn't play in the first one against San Marino. He didn't need to play because they won 5-0 on Thursday night, so no problems there. England 1, Poland 0, live on JB Sports. Now Poland have got it all to do, but the ball's been lost there by Piszczek, and he's lost possession, and Poland don't look a threat don't look any at all a threat without Robert Lewandowski. I think they're a better side with him in the side. Right, we're just going to quickly check the other scores from around Europe, of course. Let me Let's check what's going on at the moment. We've got some good news for any Scots listening in. Scotland 1, Faroe Islands 0. That's 1-0 to them. Iceland are winning against Liechtenstein. And Germany 0, North Macedonia 0. They're all latest scores. We're looking to try and get the Northern Irish score if we can. Northern Ireland, of course, are in action tonight, but we'll give you a rundown of what happened. Earlier today, Armenia 3, Romania 2. Here's a chance now for Poland. They've got a free kick here against Harry Maguire. So at the moment, Germany are beating North Macedonia. Liechtenstein 0, Iceland 1. Greece 0, Georgia 0. Spain 0, Kosovo 0. Lithuania 0, Italy 0. Northern Ireland 0, Bulgaria 0. Bosnia 0, France 0. Ukraine 1, Kazakhstan 0. Austria, Denmark 0-0. Moldova, Israel 1-0. Free kick to Poland. Rebus maybe to take this free kick. He's certainly one of the two-man committee. The other player, I can't tell you who's got his back to me. It is going to be Rebus with the free kick. It's a poor one. And Harry Kane getting back there to do a little bit of defending. Now the ball comes to number 13, Rebus again. He loads into the area, headed away there by Declan Rice towards halfway. England now just under a little bit of pressure elsewhere. Andorra 0, Hungary 0, Moldova 0, Israel 0, and San Marino 0, Albania 0. Battle of the Minnows there in the Women's Champions League. Chelsea women through to the semi-finals. 5-1 in aggregate, and beaten Wolfsburg 3-1, or 5-1 in aggregate, 3-0 today. And then Manchester City 2-1 against Barcelona, 4-2 in aggregate. Well, they beat Barcelona on the day, but about an aggregate. And there's been some games in the under-21s as well. Denmark 3, Russia 0, Iceland 0, France 2, Croatia 1, England under-21s 2, and Switzerland 0, Portugal 3. And Sweden have beaten Estonia by a goal to 0 in a friendly, and Switzerland lead Poland by a goal to 0. And Gillingham in League One have beaten Wigan. So you're up to date with all the scores from England, Wales, all over the English League and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, well, you'll have divided loyalty, Sue, in the summer, because England play Scotland on this very stadium. What a game that promises to be in the European Championship. Still 1-0 to England if you've just joined us. And remember, don't forget to leave this video a like, will you? And, of course, we'll be keeping you abreast with what's going on. I'm just going to... was sending tweets and stuff like that. That's the ball now. He comes back in. A little cross comes in there, away by Chilwell. Still 0-0. Here's 1-0, sorry, as Maguire gets the ball away. So hopefully we'll have a few more people listening in at the moment. And of course, we'll keep going as well as much as we can. Yeah, it will be a tense one, that one. Always is. I mean, Scotland have done really well to reach the finals. They've never actually been past the first phase of any tournament they've actually qualified for. Well, you went back against Steve Clark's men. They're winning 1-0 in their match at the moment. So they drew their first two. But in the first game, actually, against Austria, John McGinn scored, I think, one of the goals of the first round of qualifying games. By and large, it was just an unbelievable over a kick. If you saw it the other night, if you saw it last Thursday night, it was an exceptionally good goal. One of the best I've seen in international football this season. free kick there to Poland. A foul there on Bajinecki there by Mason Mount. Coming up to 26 minutes of the first half. Ball back to Wojciech Szczesny, now playing his trade and found his fame and fortune with Juventus, replacing the legend that is Gigi Buffon. And doing a rather good job as well, even though Juventus are a bit down in Serie A. They're going to relinquish the title, it looks like, to Inter Milan in Italy. A fantastic performance from Inter Milan. Antonio Conte's got them going well. And, of course, AC Milan have had a great season as well, just behind them as well. So it's been a really good season, a renaissance season for both Milan clubs, who were way off the pace this time last year. But no such problems this year. And, of course, Milan have had that added X factor, of course, with even at 14 years old of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who made a great return to international football for Sweden. That guy, I'm sure Ibrahimovic just gets better with age, like a fine vintage wine, I'm sure. A bit like some of your wine that you're drinking when we're drinking, Sue, I think, at the moment. I know you like a good vintage or two. And at the moment, the England vintage is going on just nicely, 1-0 ahead. Nick Pope hasn't had a shot to save. Didn't have much to do. He had one horrible moment in Albania where a shot deflected over the crossbar. Apart from that, in the 2 and a bit matches they've been played so far, he's done okay. Sterling is onside. He's inside the area. He might have a clear run at Szczesny. Oh, and he got back there, and it still might come in. And as an England player went tumbling there, I can't tell you who it was. It may just have been Calvin Phillips. I'm not sure. No, it was Mason Mount, in fact. Mason Mount it was. Still 1-0 alive from Wembley. The 2022 World Cup qualifiers from Wembley Stadium. England against Poland. We've played those. We've always played them in a lot of the World Cup qualifiers. Remember 1973, Brian Clough's comments on television calling Jan Tomaszewski a clown. When the TV coverage came on, there was a clip of Brian Clough actually saying those words to the late, great Brian Moore, bless him. Throwing now to England, still 1-0. That penalty from Kane. The difference. Just for the record, incidentally, folks, we haven't got VAR at the moment. So, no VAR. So, we haven't got that to worry about at the moment. If there's a goal scored, it will count. It's always nice to have a game where we don't have to go to the video referee. And Pope again, just a little bit clumsy there with his goal kicking. Just hit an England man and got away with it, but I can see in some respects why Southgate would plump for Pickford, but then again, Pope is a better shot stopper. Just tarried a little bit into his clearance. It wasn't the best from Nick. He does have a tendency to kick waywardly, even for Burnley. And I've watched him at least about 12 times this season commentating on games to do with the Clarets. About 10 Burnley matches live on this channel. And he has looked a little dodgy in some of his distribution, but his shot stopping never in question. This is Sterling. Good running inside the area. Sterling looked to dummy. He's still going, Sterling. Is he trying to take on one player too many? I think he might have had. He had a couple of chances there to pull off a shot. And he just didn't find the trigger. He should have gone for the shot. And just tried to take the one player too many. And in the end, he fell flat on his face. It wasn't a penalty, by the way. That has not been kept in by Ben Chilwell. We made a little bit of a mess of it. Throwing to Poland. Let's have a look. I'm just looking at this early chance again. Gets it forward. He's onside here. And you're thinking here, does he shoot there? Does he shoot when you get to the edge of the area? And then Mount has a shot here. And then another one. He's trying to beat 4 or 5 players. And he knows from that moment on, he's not going to get any further. Should have tried to shoot by the penalty spot rather than taking that 2 yards further on. Should have had the shots earlier. England 1, Poland 0, but it should have been 2 a few seconds ago. Here comes Declan Rice. Rice has possession, feeds Mason Mount on the left, and here's Raheem Sterling. Sterling has the ball on the left-hand side. Feeds Ben Chilwell, but he's having to go back now. Declan Rice takes possession. Now Harry Maguire. Maguire doing well. The back four have been okay so far. Remember, 2 wins, 2 clean sheets. 5-0 and 2-0 respectively. Here's Mount. 1-0 in this one at the moment. Ball played in there. Here's Harry Kane. Edge of the area. Kane shoots and Chelsea saves. Darwin away to his right-hand side. It was a great effort there. Edge of the area, just inside the ears. Kane struck it and he hit it so venomously. The Tottenham Hotspur man. But you've got to say, good goalkeeping by Wojciech Szczęsny here. It was really good piece of goalkeeping. Lovely interplay here. And Szczęsny getting sharply down to his right-hand side. Got both palms on it and got it away. And got it away so well. It was brilliant to watch. And now the ball played in now towards Chilwell. It's played behind Chilwell. Sterling is frustrated. And of course, don't forget, my dulcet tones will be on Trevor's Sports this weekend. We are back with Match of the Day, of course, on Trevor's channel. But if you haven't given Trevor's channel a try, I suggest you do. Week 30 of the virtual Premier League, as it will be in real life this weekend. The main feature is Arsenal-Liverpool. And I won't tell you who's commentating on that, but it might be this fella here that you're listening to right now. And of course, it has, hopefully we'll have the Grand National on that channel as well. And I think you can guess who's going to be playing Trevor O'Sullivan after his little horse racing audition a month or two ago in the 2:30 at Exeter. Yes, you guessed it. Anyway, here's Phillips now to Foden, far side. Phil Foden. And a good run from Kyle Walker. Good overlapping run. Kane jumping up there with a header. Ball played in there. Snedgley fisted in the way. It's a little bit of a scramble in that Polish penalty area. And the referee hasn't blown for a foul. I was looking hard at the referee. Piszczek trying to get it away now for Poland. But Maguire is there now to deny him. This is Chilwell now. Back to Mount. Mount into Kane. Kane doing well. Feeds Foden now, centre of the field. Game being played almost exclusively in the Polish half of the field at the moment. 33 minutes almost gone here at Wembley, live on JB Sports. Keep commenting. We're going to be opening a vote for England's man of the match in the second half. There's still the usual hashtag applies. We'll tell you a bit about that in the second half. That hit the defender, and I think that's an England corner. I know Brzezinski is trying to claim that it was a goal kick, which in fact I think it is. In fact, it is a goal kick to Poland. So 33 gone. And I hope you've enjoyed the wonderful weather we've been having the last couple of days. It's been good to see. And hopefully I had a good country walk before I got behind the microphone and did the game. Always good just to get away from it all and to do the commentary and everything else that comes with the territory. In a very good game thus far, and hope you've all enjoyed it at home. Of course, we'll be taking our customary 10-minute break, of course. It's been beautiful, made our walks even more enjoyable. Absolutely, Sue, absolutely. You know, it's been good to see. If you are listening to this game, you can comment, you know, as long as you keep your comments clean, folks, no problem. At the moment, Sue is the one that's actually chatting along with us at the moment. We do allow people to interact with us here at JB Sports, and we want you to be part of that because we hold you guys in very high esteem as the ball is played forward over the top. Now a real chance here now if Brzezinski can make something of it on this right-hand side. Plays it to Granashniak, and he's giving that one away. And very difficult for some of these Polish players to pronounce one or two of the names. We know the big one isn't. We know the big player for them isn't there tonight. He's, as I say, he's out with a damaged knee for 4 weeks, and that's a real blow for not just for Poland but for Bayern Munich as well. With all those Champions League quarterfinal coming their way in a few weeks' time. Coming up towards the 10 minutes to half time at the moment. England 1, Poland 0 is the score. Harry Kane with a penalty. Russ is on. Hello, Russ. Good evening, Anab. I just want to say, Russ, I don't know if you heard me at the start. I just want to wish you a very happy birthday. It's Russ's birthday today. He has instructed me not to tell him his age, tell him how old he is. But what I can tell you is he's the man behind Trevor Gubber. It's his birthday today. I'll just go as far as to say he's 21 again. That'll make him feel a little bit younger and make him feel good about himself. He's just done the Gillingham against Wigan game, and if you didn't listen to that football commentary live as well, hopefully I'll be doing a little bit of work for them as well throughout the evening, throughout the latter part of the season. If they need the best commentator on YouTube in the business to come and boost some of their figures. Did a very good job. Doing the games. He had a good viewership. I was listening in on Mike Harniman's commentary earlier between Gillingham and Wigan. Gillingham winning that game 1-0. But if you want to listen to it back, I hope you've put your ears in. Oh, you didn't do it. It was on your channel anyway, Ross. I thought you might have presented it. That's what I mean. Anyway, here's Kyle Walker for England. It's all the last 10 minutes of the first half, folks. Harry Kane with the goal. Here's Phil Foden. And now Declan Rice, centre of the field. Now then, a chance here, but Chilwell, I think, was offside, and he will be flagged offside. Yeah, no doubt about it this time. Did look suspiciously offside at that moment. Look, he's about, well, look at that. I mean, he's 3 yards off. 3 yards off. I don't know what England were going. I don't know what the geography was there, England, but they should have noticed that Chilwell was a good 4 yards offside. So there we go. So Russ was out for the afternoon. I'm not surprised in these beautiful conditions. I was out at about 4 o'clock this afternoon taking a bit of a walk, and a good walk it was too. And I really enjoyed it. I say us country bumpkins, we do enjoy ourselves. Anyway, this country bumpkin here is commentating on England against Poland at Wembley, at a very deserted Wembley, I can tell you. All you can hear at the moment are shouts from the field, and all I can hear is shouts from the field, and the referee, and Tiara Southgate, and Paulo Sousa, the opposite number, the Polish manager, and of course there's pressmen, other commentators from around the world, and gracious knows what. Here's Declan Rice now for England. Still Rice. He's had a great season with West Ham in the top half of the Premier League and still have an outside chance, West Ham, of getting in possibly to the Champions League. They could conceivably reach the Conference League, which is in sixth place. Sue says, have a Rhino Saipo glass for your birthday. Bendy got throw included. That's twice I've said that now tonight, but that's for Russ anyway, as the ball is played over the top towards Declan Rice, away by Bednarek, who of course will be familiar to everybody who's a Southampton fan. Bednarek, of course, plays for the Saints. That's been very consistent this season for Ralph United. He's had a decent season, but they're not totally set. They actually played Burnley on Sunday, incidentally, a game that kicks off at 12 noon. It's at Mirrors, a big one for both sides, but I think both will be safe, both Southampton and Burnley. And then the big one for Burnley the week after against Newcastle, and that's another high noon Sunday kickoff at Turf Moor that time. Then they've got to go and then the week then the next week they've got to play Manchester United away, and then it's and then finally they're away to Wolves. That'll be live on terrestrial BBC TV as well at the end of the month. So plenty of crucial games there for Burnley as well, and hopefully we'll be following a little bit of their running, of course, obviously here on JB Sports as well. As I mean, there's nothing now to concern us at the top end of the table. Manchester City have got the title, you think, now all home and hosed. It's all about the bottom end of the table. There are the scraps, of course, for European spots. And, of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on Burnley's progress towards the end of the season. And there'll be some live and delayed commentaries of some of the Burnley games, the crucial ones. Of course, Fulham have got to go to Fulham later on in the season. But that could be, I think, Burnley, if they can get another 5 or 6 points, I think they'll be okay. When you get to that 40-point mark, it's very... it's a little bit more of a comfortable thought. Having, with all that said, of course, we'll have one of the FA Cup semi-finals live for you later on next month on JB Sports, hopefully, and of course the Cup final in May. So plenty of still good football coming up. Hopefully we'll have a match over the weekend as well. But I just want to say thank you very much. England still have possession in the moment, but they're just going a bit sideways at the moment. That's why I'm just not following at the moment. England quite happy just to keep possession. Even now, Nick Pope now just decides to put his foot through it and gets the ball away. That's the way he plays for the Clarets, and I think it's got to be respected really by the pundits. Referees played an advantage there. It was a foul, but the referees brought it back. Harry Kane, in fact, it's a head injury, so that's why Kane, or rather the referees had to stop it. He tried to play on for a second. There was a clash of heads there between him and number 15, Glick. And that's what caused all the problems with 4 minutes of the first half gone, or to go rather. Both will have, I'm sure, nasty headaches. They wake up later on tomorrow morning. It's okay. It's just a clash of heads soon. Nothing to worry about. Harry Kane is fine. He's up on his feet. Just coming together between him and Glick. And again, nothing to worry about there. It's the free kick will be taken by Maguire on halfway. Referee had no choice but to bring the ball back. It was a clash of heads, so under the laws of the game, he had to stop it. And here comes Foden now, far side. Foden does really well. Brings Chilwell into it. He's just taken up a more central position. Here's Sterling on the left-hand side. Raheem Sterling into the area. Still left-hand side. Sterling to the byline. Sterling's cross hits a couple of Polish defenders, ricochets off them both. And it just falls nicely into their path as the ball is hit forward up towards the number 9 there. Swedinski. He's had a play for a throw. This was the opportunity there. Hits the defender, Glick, I think. You're welcome, Russ. And, of course, hopefully we'll have Trevor on at some point. Just to remind you, Russ, that if you haven't been listening earlier on, we are doing a little bit of a difference to the man in the match about. Now, usually when we do a league match on JB Sports, we usually ask you for a man in the match from either one of the two competing teams. Tonight, obviously, being an England game, and, of course, we're very pro-England here on this channel. We are going to ask you tonight from 60 minutes to 90 minutes to pick your England man of the match. Of course, the usual JBMLTM hashtags apply. Some things never change in this channel. So the usual rules apply, but it's an England player that you have to choose tonight. We want to be pro-England anyway, certainly in the qualifiers anyway. So we'll be asking for your England man of the match tonight. But of course, you've got until the 90th minute to get your thinking caps on and pick things and pick them as we go into the final minute of the normal time of the first half. England 1, Poland 0. Goal from Harry Kane from the penalty spot. Scotland will win the last we heard. Of course, hopefully Scotland will playing the Faroe Islands. They're winning at the moment. And we'll check those scores as soon as the half-time whistle goes. And of course, earlier, if you listened on football commentary to Mike Arneman, Gillingham beat Wigan in League One. 30 seconds of normal time to play. England free kick, foul on Phil Foden. Taken quickly, here's Ben Chilwell into the path of Raheem Sterling. Sterling again, looking to run. Sterling this time tries the shot, gets a big deflection, and that's going to be an England corner, and there'll be time to take it. There's about 10 seconds of the first half to go here at Wembley. We're going to be taking this, and I don't know how long there's going to be added on for stoppages. But we're now into the stoppage time, for which we've had 10 seconds of it. Here comes the corner, floated in from the far side. It looks like Phillips. Maguire with a header, knocked away, and there goes, I think, the half-time whistle. Indeed it is. So England leading by a 0-0. Harry Kane's penalty. The difference after Raheem Sterling was brought down by Henrik. And that is the difference at the moment. Kane's goal coming after 19 minutes of play. So England leading by a 0-0. So at the moment they're on course for 9 points out of a possible 9. We're just going to break away for a second and just tell you about what's happening around Europe at the moment. Of course, there's a lot of qualifying games going on around the world, around Europe at the moment tonight. We're going to bring you up to date with all of these games for you now. So these are either going to be late in the first half or half times. Apart from the first one that I'm going to read you out now. Armenia 3, Romania 2. That's a turn up for the books there. Armenia 3, Romania 2. Romania, of course, got to the semi-finals in the 94 World Cup. Germany 0, North Macedonia 1. What a turn up here in Germany. Macedonia winning in Germany 1-0. Liechtenstein 0, Iceland 2. Germany score. That Macedonia-Germany game is now a half-time score. So North Macedonia leading at half-time against the Germans. Who would have thought that? Joachim Low retiring after the European Championships. Liechtenstein 0, Iceland 2. Greece 0, Georgia 0. Spain 2, Kosovo 0. And Lithuania holding Italy at half-time. And Bulgaria is looking like holding Northern Ireland at 0-0 as they head up. Now that's been confirmed as a half-time score. Northern Ireland 0, Bulgaria 0 at Windsor Park. Bosnia 0, France 0. So all the big nations aren't having it all their own way tonight. Germany, Italy, France included. Ukraine 1, Kazakhstan 0. Austria 0, Denmark 0. Moldova and Israel are still level at 1-1. They're still playing. Scotland lead the Faroe Islands by a 0-0. I'll tell you the score in that game, incidentally, and I'll tell you that John McGinn has scored. He scored after 7 minutes in that game, and that gives Scotland the advantage in that one as well. Andorra 0, Hungary 1. As you know, England 1, Poland 0, and San Marino 0, Albania 0. That's currently all those half-time scores. In the women's game, the Champions League, Wolfsburg 0, Chelsea 3. Chelsea women going through 5-1 on aggregate. And in the other quarter-final, Manchester City beat Barcelona 2-1 on the day, but bow out 4-2 on aggregate to Barcelona. In the under-21 championships, Denmark 3, Russia 0, Iceland 0, France 2, Croatia 1, England 2. So an overdue win for England. It might have come a little bit too late for them, I'm afraid. Switzerland 0, Portugal 3. In the friendlies, there's 2 friendlies that have taken place. One has happened in Sweden, and that was against Sweden and Estonia, or between them. Sweden 1, Estonia 0, and at half-time, Switzerland 1, Finland 2. League 1, full-time score. Gillingham 1, Wigan 0. No South American qualifying games. There was due to be a match between Brazil and Argentina, but that got postponed. And another match between Peru and Venezuela. And of course, in World Cup qualifying, of course, we've got Bermuda. This is the North Central America result. Bermuda 5, Aruba 0. So that at the moment is going on at the moment. You're all up to date with all the scores. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then after that break, we'll be back with live second half commentary of England-Poland from Wembley. Join us then in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to Wembley Stadium. England 1, Poland 0. Just hang on a second. Right, we're back again. So England 1, Poland 0 is the halftime score. We're about to start the second half. No changes as I can see from any of the two sides. Yes, it's halftime, Blue Elephant. Nice to have you with us. And of course, you guys have got some. Milik has come on for Swiderski, so there was a halftime substitution. I beg your pardon. So we're back out and underway for the second half. Hopefully, Scotland are leading against the Faroe Islands. Northern Ireland are being held at the moment. Germany 0, North Macedonia 1. What a turn up for the Bucks that is. France are being held. Italy are being held, and we're underway. So the second 45 minutes is underway. England should have been more than a goal up. Attacking the goal to my right now in the second half. Poland with that substitution as Milik now comes on. He wear number 7. So we'll be looking for him. They'll be looking for him now to try and hit back. Remember the big team news. No Lewandowski for the Polish. Of course, Chilwell came in to replace Shaw, left back. Otherwise, England unchanged on the win against Albania on Sunday. Milik, his first contribution is to bring down Harry Kane, and he'll pick up a yellow card. And it wasn't a very good challenge, I have to say, by Milik. It really was a rush of blood there. He's absolutely swiped him out there. In fairness to Milik, he can have no complaints. So, free kick to England. Milik on a yellow card. That's the first yellow card I think the referee's brandished, and he's brandished it to the substitute who's just come on the field. Here's Raheem Sterling, left-hand side. Cuts in field. Finds number 8 here, which is Kelvin Phillips. Now here's Kyle Walker. Walker now looking to get Foden into it. Second half, that's a bit of a loose pass. Puts his Manchester City colleague John Stones under a fair bit of pressure. Chilwell now picks the ball up. And now the ball chipped over the top. A real chance now if Foden can get him behind. And Foden has just been crowded out of it there by the defender. Walker will cross the ball back. Sterling coming in on it. But again, it's beyond him. And the ball out of play, and it'll be a Polish throw. But on the far side. But England starting really well here. Cross was brilliant. But just beyond Raheem Sterling, who isn't the tallest of men. And then a minute of the second half. England 1, Poland 0 here at Wembley Stadium. Live commentary coverage of the game here on the JB Sports YouTube channel. Remember, the 60th minute, we'll be asking you to vote for the England man in the match. Just a slight difference in our man in the match voting this tonight, because usually when we do a Premier League game, it's usually a participant from both sides. Because we're pro-England and we are from England, and we are covering England, then it will be an England man of the match vote tonight. So get your thinking caps on who's going to be England's player of the match. Free kick to England. Foul there by Gillick, number 15, the captain. Foul on Mason Mount on the left-hand side. Got away from Gillick, and then Gillick completely polished him off. And a free kick it is now to England. They need that second goal to go in, I feel. And then hopefully England should be home and dry, really. Pope still yet to concede a goal in the games that he's played. This is his seventh cap for England tonight. He's not even lost a goal yet in any of his games, albeit he's come on as second half substitutes in some of them as Foden comes in and it swings a very disappointing free kick and out of play for a goal kick. Real waste. Considering England had 4, 5, 6 in the box, and then he overhits it. No wonder the England players in the area were sort of thunderstruck or dumbstruck really by it all, because Foden, I don't know what possessed him there to hit it so hard. All it needed was a little dink in there, and I think it would have been odds on England had would have won the tussle. Paulo Sousa, former Swansea boss, of course, former QPR boss, didn't haven't had the best of times, but he's now back in again. Took over the job during January this year, and had to communicate via Zoom to most of the players. So that tells you what you need to know really about the difficulties of the job. Paulo Sousa, of course, Portuguese, of course. And a promising managerial career in his Swansea days, but it went a little bit sour for him. But he's back in the back on the international stage as Nick Pope gathers a crossing from the left right hand side from Poland. England playing 4-3-3 tonight, and Poland going 3 at the back, 4 in midfield, and 3 up front. So we're going towards the 5th minute, up towards the end of the 5th minute of the second half. England 1, Poland 0. Go on 19 minutes from Harry Kane from the penalty spot after Sterling was fouled in the penalty area. This is the aforementioned Sterling, left-hand side. Cuts in field. He's got Chilwell on the overlap, and also there's a chance here now for Foden. Foden inside the area. Uses Walker on the right-hand side. The ball played back. Declan Rice should pick that ball up, and he has done. The West Ham man ambling towards goal, and he goes down. No foul. And he's in a bit of a rush to get it back again. In fact, it was Calvin Phillips, incidentally. Hard to say up here, but here's the number 16, Moda, gets the ball forward. And now a chance here for Piatik's the man who we've got Calvin Phillips injured down there as well. So a little bit of a crowd scene out there. This was happened. Phillips involved. It was the number 20 here, Zielinski, who when trying to get the ball away, it was purely accidental. It was on Calvin Phillips. Phillips went into challenge, and purely accidental, but it's a 3 kick. But Poland had possession. 51 minutes gone. England 1, Poland 0. Goal on 19 minutes from Harry Kane. 2 goals in his last 2 World Cup qualifiers. But it's Poland now asking some questions here. Here's the number 13, Rebus, and he plays the ball into the penalty area. There's a Polish player gone tumbling, but referee Bjorn Kuipers from the Netherlands isn't interested and says no foul. Ball back is Wojciech Szczęsny. His most famous moment he want to forget on this ground was that mix-up with Warren Koscielny when Arsenal lost the League Cup final to Birmingham 10 years ago now. 10 years ago last month. So I can tell you who, and here's a trivia question. Who scored the winning goal for Birmingham that day? Well, if you remember listening to it or watching it, the goal scorer's name was Obafemi Martins. There you go, isn't it? That's an interesting one as Kane comes ambling forward and then the ball has been knocked away. The goalkeeper now has possession. Kyle Walker now picks the ball up now for England. Still 1-0 they lead. So going to the 8th minute of the second half. Still 1-0. That Harry Kane goal. And a good penalty it was too. Don't forget to leave you. Keep commenting. Keep commenting if you can. Live commentary coverage exclusive to YouTube. No other YouTube channel has got commentary of the match. We have JB Sports, not even football commentary live. As this one, they've been covering under 21 football. But we are the alternative to the mainstream as regards England against Poland, and I'm glad that you're all enjoying it and hope you're expressing your delight that we are back after about 3 weeks away. Birmingham against Leicester was our last. And Pope in trouble, and he was fouled there, surely. And the referee, well, England are putting Pope under a lot of pressure, and Majetek fouled Pope. Ball played over the top, and John Stones here. What was he thinking of here? Should have just shielded that and let Pope deal with it. That was not good. I wasn't impressed by that, to be honest with you, but there you go. I understand Pope's frustration there. There's a lot of criticism, quite wrongly aimed against him for his distribution, but the problem is the England players are so used to Pickford. It's as we see Jozowak come on for Hewick. Second Polish change. That poor old Nick Pope can't win. I think it should be on current form than anything else, really, and that's a shame, really, from that point of view. But there we go. It's just one of those things. I am a big defender of Nick Pope. I watch him week in, week out for Burnley, and as a commentator, as a Burnley fan, and I will always rally around him as England's number one. I think the players just need to adjust to the fact that Nick Pope, distribution-wise, is not Jordan Pickford in terms of clearing away. Anyway, the group at the moment, Group I, England will top the group. Hungary will be second at the moment by 2 points behind. Then Poland in third. Anyway, here come Poland now looking for this equalising goal. But 9 points out of 9 is a decent start to World Cup qualifying. Remember, the World Cup will be held in Qatar in November, December 2022. It's not the ideal time to host a World Cup in the middle of a European season, but that's what FIFA did. That's what Sepp Blatter, the slime ball, did, and we'll debate long into the night whether the system for the votes for that tournament were rigged or not. I still think it's a ridiculous place to hold a World Cup. Qatar, one of the smallest countries that will host the World Cup finals. So just seeing a replay of a possible opportunity there for Poland. Oh, maybe a handball there against Maguire. Not spotted. No VAR on site tonight. UEFA deciding not to use VAR. Maguire may have just got away one. Well, he's been given the sack. He has been sacked a long time ago, but last week, let me tell you, folks, that Sepp Blatter was banned from football for 6 years. I think personally, I would have banned him for life the way he's run that organisation. He's run it as a dictatorship, and he's never run it for the greater game. And I think he should be in a prison cell. Quite frankly, that's how I feel. That's what Sepp Blatter has done for the game. He's done nothing for the game. He hasn't played at any level. Blatter needs the same, unfortunately. He has played it at a high level, but as an administrator, he's not good enough either. So, but I think Sepp Blatter should be in a prison for what he's done. I think, and I'm not trying to describe anything, but I mean, I still laugh about Qatar getting that World Cup even now. So it's just the most laughable thing ever. But that's the way it goes, unfortunately. That is for sure. But to have a World Cup in November and December, it's just not right. It just doesn't sit right with me. But there you go. But that's football. And that's the way we are at the moment. But England are on their way with 3 wins out of 3. If they can just keep their nerve now, during the remaining 33 minutes for stoppage time. Of course, you've got your chance in the next sort of half an hour to vote for your England man of the match, and a chance here for Poland. A real chance now and they're through this time, and it's an equaliser from Mulder, and England got themselves into all kinds of tangles at the back, and Mulder punished them. John Stones, and in fairness to John Stones, he holds his hand up and apologises, but England have lost a very, very poor goal. Nothing at all Nick Pope could do about it. Mulder's shot was good. Pope played it to Stones. There was nothing wrong with that. But then Stones was just bullied off the ball by Mulder. He was onside when the ball was played back to him, and that's an unerring finish into the right corner beyond Nick Pope's dive. It was John Stones' mistake. No chance for Nick Pope at all. And England have thrown the lead away in the most comical of circumstances. It's appalling, really. And Pope was left with no chance. Paulo Sousa, he knows that's a big goal. That is a big goal for them. So England will be down on 7 points, the same as Hungary now. Well, the last time we didn't qualify for a major tournament, that was 2008 for the European Championships. So that's how long it's been since we haven't qualified for anything. But this is a setback, that's for sure. 1-1. Mode the scorer. That's his first goal in qualifying for these World Cups. But these are the games that England should be expected to win. And John Stones, who's having actually a very good season at club level, has made a huge ricket here at England level, international level. And I'm sure the press will I'm sure the tabloids will have a field day over this. Now England have got to start motoring now. They're back level at 1-1. That's a good tackle there. Nothing wrong at all. No foul there on Chilwell whatsoever. Chilwell complains, but he clearly got the ball there. Clearly got the ball. And no doubt at all in my mind that Josiak got the ball. So still 1-1. And the Polish substitutions open here. England have yet to make a substitution. They've got to make one now. So 1-1 in this World Cup qualifier, 2022 World Cup. And we'll be inviting you to choose your England man of the match in about 10 seconds from now. You've got half an hour of voting time, folks. And all you've got to do is the name of the player, England player only, by the way. You've got to put hashtag JBMLTM. So the usual hashtag applies even for an England vote, man of the match vote. The England man of the match vote is now open, folks. We want to see who you think England's man of the match is. Here's Kyle Walker. Walker goes past his man. That's surely got to be a foul there on the right-hand side. Free kick. And Rivas is trying to claim that he was diving, but I don't think he was diving at all. There, Kyle Walker now. No Jordan Henderson, of course, for England. He's injured. Now then, how would John Stones love to return at the other end with a goal? He has to put this right. 1-1. It's not easy when you're commentating on England, is it? The England team, even in qualification, can run you through the mill. So, two-man committee over this set piece. One is Phil Foden. The other I can't see. His number is back to me, but certainly it's going to be... No, it's not going to be Phil Foden. It's going to be number 8 there, Calvin Phillips. And he's sending it from the right-hand side. It's knocked out of play. Be an English throw. Knocked away by number 23, Piaczek. England 1, Poland 1 here at Wembley. Just the same score in October 1973, of course, when the Poles knocked England out of the World Cup for 74. Tomaszewski and all that. Brian Clough called him a clown. Alan Clark's penalty not enough. Damarsky scoring under Shilton for Poland. Now that brings back a few memories, I'm sure, for people like Sue and one or two things. And of course, I'm being followed on Twitter at the moment. I've just had a tweet from, I'm sure Northwest football fans will remember the man, Elton Welsby, of course, Granadaland's finest. He's just tweeted that he thought that John Stones had eradicated those mistakes. Well, Elton, he hasn't. Anyway, here's Sterling into the penalty area. Sterling now to the byline. Out comes Szczęsny, and he did really well there, Wojciech Szczęsny. Did absolutely superb. Sterling 1, Poland 1. Szczęsny having a good game at the moment. Raheem Sterling with the run. He's done really well. He, in fact, used his legs to terrific effect there, Wojciech Szczęsny. English corner wasn't kept in, so a corner kick to England. Kelvin Phillips to take far side. Are we going to see a turn? Can we see an England goal here? 1-1 at Wembley. Our first World Cup qualifier since 2017 when we were at Hampden Park for Scotland against England. Leon Kuipers is not happy about something. I know what it is. The referee's assistant on the front near side isn't mic'd up. That's why the game's been delayed. 63 gone. Get your thinking caps on for man of the match, folks. So, one apiece. And still we wait for this microphone to be put back in there. So, corner kick. And walkie-talkies are back up and running and fixed again. Here comes Kilitz with the corner. It towards the 6-yard area. Rice hooks it back. And it just can't. Oh, and there was a trip there. Referee playing on. Hits a Polish player then. Just didn't quite reach Mason Mount in the end. With a flick back from Declan Rice, who's chosen to play for England as opposed to the Republic. He had played 3 previous international games for the Republic, all of them being friendlies. Maybe he's made the right choice to go with Gareth Southgate. He's trusting Declan Rice, who's had an excellent season at club level with West Ham United. This is the goal again. Pope does everything right. Plays it to John Stones. Now Stones here is just dawdling about. He's turning into no man's land. And in the end, a chance there. And Moda doesn't take them. And Nick Pope, for the first time in 6 and a bit internationals, is finally beaten. And it was John Stones who has to take responsibility for that mistake. Of course, if you were listening to Heroes and Hero to Zeros, which is our series, of course, we'll be in the process of doing part 2 in the next week or so. So we can get that out to you. This is you've seen the stage, the Euro 2016 and the Sam Allardyce and Roy Hodgson chapters. And now we go into the Gareth Southgate one, where the World Cup comes in, and we're using JB Sports Commentary Archive. Connor Cody. Well, there was somebody saying that John Stones or Harry Maguire weren't good enough. Connor Cody should be playing. Well, you can understand why. There was a caller on Radio 5 saying that Connor Cody should be in the side or should be playing for Manchester United, one of the two. I think Connor Cody should be in the England team, to be honest with you. John Stones, really, who's had an excellent season. He's had a terrifically consistent season by his standards. And Manchester City, one of the big reasons why they are top in the Premier League at the moment. Good sound defensively, and the goal scoring prowesses. I mean, they've been too good for most teams this season. This is the problem when you play for a good team like Manchester City. Speculation series everywhere. I mean, Nick Pope is speculated to Manchester United, to Arsenal, to teams like that. Tottenham, he was the latest club he was big with, but he's got a long-term contract at Burnley, and I would expect him to at least stay another season at the turf. And Rebus now has the possession here now, and really the Zernaneski now gets the cross in, and real opportunity now. Milik with a header, and he heads it just wide, and it was a free header as well. Maguire and Stones did simply not pick him up. He was horrendous, England defending. Look at it. Maguire nowhere near. Phillips nowhere near. Stones definitely nowhere near. And England almost pay another price again. Thankfully, Milik's header wide of the right-hand post. And he knows he should have done better. 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards out. Should be scoring from that distance. That looks like a handball by Harry Kane. Free kick to Poland. He doesn't agree with it. But it clearly came off the hand. Free kick to Poland. Frustration absolutely around Wembley at the moment. Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland looking on, and they don't seem to be wanting to make any substitutions. We're halfway through the second half. We've had a man of the match vote from Sue, and that was for Harry Kane. So Harry Kane has got the vote for man of the match. Meanwhile, Kane has fouled Snesley and a free kick to Poland inside their own 6-yard area. So he hasn't played like Jan Tomaszewski tonight when he saved everything, but he's needed to be called upon for Szczesny. He's done really well. That's a name from the past. Do you remember it? Jan Tomaszewski. And just going back to Elton Welsby, if you're a big fan of Twitter and you're following Elton Welsby, I'll just break off for a second because there's a nice little story about Brian Clough and Jan Tomaszewski I want to talk to you about in just a second, because here come Poland again inside the penalty area. But again, knocked away, and this time Sterling can bring that away. As soon as we get a breaking play, I'll tell you this amazing story. Elton Wellesby was telling us on Twitter earlier today. Anyway, here's a chance now. The flag has stayed down. And here's Phil Foden. He's away now. Foden shoots, but it's down to his chest and he's left. And I think the game is starting to pick up pace by the second here. 68 gone. And Phil Foden, maybe if he'd have had his time again, he may have gone a little bit further in. But there was a Polish defender coming right back at him. So maybe he had to take it down. It was a very difficult one to score. And it was easier for Chelsea. He doesn't let the goalkeeper he used to be at Arsenal. Was making mistake after mistake in those days. And here's Kane now for England. Kane, it's all happening now. It's started to pick up since the Poland goal. The game has really picked up the pace big time. We'll tell you all the other qualifiers at the final whistle. We're going to stick with this one now till the end. Now we'll find out if Germany came back from the dead against Northern Macedonia or not. Meanwhile, it's Raheem Sterling for England. Still one apiece here at Wembley Stadium. Foden has just missed a glorious opportunity. Chilwell has it. And here's Mason Mount. Hits the shot. Deflects. It'll fall here for Walker, will it? No, it's nodded away. It's a throw. I will tell you this Kof Tomatescu story that Elton Wellesby was tweeting out the other earlier this evening. I will get the opportunity once we have a little breaking play. But at the moment, the game has picked up, the pace has picked up this game so much so that England and Poland are really battling it out. And the referee has said no foul, carry on. 50-50 ball there being won. It's a proper old-fashioned, proper game now. And England having to play like men possessed here if they're going to get this winning goal. Here comes Phil Foden. Foden touches the ball back. Remember, Harry Kane is leading in the vote for the Man of the Match award for England. Now, you've got to choose an England player, folks. You've got about 20 minutes or so to go off the game. So 20 minutes before the 90, you've got left to vote. Name of the player, England player only, please. Hashtag it JBMOTM. Harry Kane leading in the vote at the moment. That's Sue's choice at the moment. Here comes Declan Rice into Sterling. Who's bundled down. No foul. And now Poland have got the ball. And the ball given away this time to Stones. That's a better ball to Kyle Walker. And here's Phil Foden. Takes possession. Foden. Good ball now. And here's a chance now. Can Kane reach in on the far side? Yes, he can. And he's kept that in with very, very easily. Chilwell into Mount. Back to Kane. Who's just drifted to the left. Foden has it. 25 from goal. Rice for Calvin Phillips rather thought about the shot. He plays it to Kyle Walker. Walker's got to run at his player. He's got to run at his man. Surely. Walker crosses back. They're afraid to take on players at the moment, England. Walker should have just gone to the byline and just whistled a cross in. England looking very scared to try and take players on. Like rabbits out of headlights. This is Mulder who got the equaliser and the ball played back. Now we've got a breaking play. Let me tell you the story that Elton Wellesby said on Twitter. In 1980, Tomacheski and Brian Clough were asked by Granada TV in the Northwest to do to judge the goal of the season competition on their kickoff program. And in fact, Brian Clough apologised for his comments to Tomacheski, but it was television goals. Shame we haven't got it on YouTube, but it is a true story. Check on Elton Wellesby's Twitter feed and you'll find out. But you'll remember Elton Wellesby, won't you, Sue? Big Evertonian, by the way. Probably won't be your favourite person because he's an Evertonian. Sue, he's good old Elt. Anyway, he's very active on Twitter. Here's Calvin Phillips now to Raheem Sterling, far side. England now picking up the pace. Sterling now into the area. Tries to play a 1-2 with Maguire. Can't get the ball through. Still England. Yeah, big Evertonian, Elton. Still very active on Twitter. But anyway, here we go again. There's a little fun about Elton Wellesby. His first name's actually Roger. And like Michael Caine, not a lot of people knew that. Anyway, here's Harry Kane now, Tottenham's finest, on the ball, the England captain. Back to Kyle Walker. Here's Phil Foden. Foden again into the area. Foden goes over. The referee's given free kick. Free kick England. Free kick England. Click on the edge of the penalty area. May have been the edge of the D. Foden running at Glick. Now, did he trip him? Yes, he did. Free kick. Yes, Roger Elton Wellesby. Roger was his first name. And that's what it says on his Wikipedia page anyway. Back to the game here, and it's a crucial point in the game. 73 minutes gone, 18 or 17 and a bit minutes to play. England have a free kick, right of centre, about 20 yards, maybe a little bit more than that from goal. And how they need a goal now. Can Phil Foden and Kelvin Phillips, who are the two-man committee, give Snedsday here a worry or free? They need something now. Foden right foot, left foot, or Phillips with the right. There are two types of wall as well, but the main objective is to get it over that four-man wall with one on the bottom, and that's a poor free kick, left-footed by Phil Foden. Not a good free kick. Probably a very telegraphed sort of free kick, really. And now here comes Moda, who got the equaliser. And Power, a good value probably for this 1-1 score at the moment. Quarter of an hour just over to go. Plus stoppage time. Remember, Harry Kane is voting in our England Man of the Match award. Name of the player, please. It's got to be an England player. And then you hashtag it with JBMOTM. That's just one I made up on the spot, Sue. Or where you're free. I do make them all up. I make lines up as I just go along. That's the way I do it. No safety net for me. Just a page full of notes. And that's my lot. It'll be a point apiece, Sue. It's a qualifying group, so there'll be a series of certainly about 8 or 9 matches. They both have to play each other home and away, and whoever gets the top spot will qualify automatically. Second place will go into a playoff. Quarter of an hour to go. England 1, Poland 1. A point apiece as it stands, and England will feel that it will be 2 points dropped. Here's at the moment on course to be our man in the match. And Bednarek has brought him down. It's a good little battle between the Spurs man and the Southampton man. Bednarek really sticking close to him and pulling his shirt all the while. And then Itek came in with a late one as well. So free kick to England, midway inside the half. And there's going to be a third Polish substitution. England have yet, as far as I can see, I've yet to make a change. It's going to be number 6, Augustin. Oh, my goodness. Why did he bring on players? Well, I can't really pronounce them. Augustiniak. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. You'll just have to bear with me on these Polish pronunciations. Oh, bye, Paolo Sousa. Why are you putting me through the mill? 1-1 the score. That is the equation at the moment. Can England find a way through? Free kick. Phillips this time, right-footed. And it's towards the back post. It's headed back across with interest by Maguire, but it's straight into the arms of Snedsley, who's got hold of the ball, and he'll just waste as much time as he can within the boundaries of the laws of the game. Coming up to 13 minutes of the second half to go. England 1, Poland 1 here at Wembley, and Snedsley with the kick away from his hands, edge of the area. And 3/4 of the way up the field, and no foul there. So it's John Stone's mistake that's really put England in a little bit of bother here. Ball over towards the far side. Sterling takes possession, but he loses possession. And now England have it. Can Phillips inspire now? He finds Foden. Back to Phillips again, the Leeds United man. He plays Sheffield United on Saturday afternoon. That's possibly his next match in his career. Back to good footballers from this weekend on. Got some good Friday games in the Championship coming up. And the Football League, of course, coming up on Friday. Some of those games you'll be able to listen to on Football Commentary Live. 1-1 if you've just joined us. It's been Vanessa. Nice to have you with us, Vanessa. What a piece it is. Nice to have a few women on the programme as well. Lovely. Great to have a few women. Don't forget to do our England man of the match vote. Harry Kane leading the vote at the moment. All you got to do is name of the player, England player only, please, and you hashtag it JBMLTM. That's all you've got to do. Here's Foden now, far side. Looking for Sterling. Left-hand side it is. Sterling now running into the area. Chilwell on the overlap. Ball played in and turned away for a corner. England now knocking on the door, but it's one apiece. Turned away there by Glick, the captain. Sterling got it on the far side. He ran at his man. Chilwell did well on the overlap, the Chelsea man, and he got it away for a corner. 12 to play. Maguire and Stones, who made that mistake, up from the back. Can England get a second goal here, get themselves back into the lead? One apiece. We're coming up towards 11 minutes plus stoppage time left. A deeper corner this time, but Szczesny had it, dropped it. May have actually been fouled in there. In fact, he was. Free kick to Poland. An England player has gone tumbling inside the area. Couldn't make head or tail who it was, but here it is again. I think it might have been John Stones. The aforementioned John Stones. He's had an eventful night, Stones, in one ways than one. That is for sure. There was no doubt that Szczesny was fouled there. Free kick to Poland. And it looks like a frustrating night for Gareth Southgate. 2 very reasonable victories against San Marino on Thursday. 5-0. Did that without Harry Kane. Then they had to tough it out in Albania on Sunday night, which they did, winning 2-0. Mount and Kane, the goal scorers then. Harry Kane put England ahead. But then Moda has put Poland up to a mistake by John Stones. And that is the situation at the moment. By the end of this, I'm going to have no voice left. Excuse me. Throw to Poland then, far side, halfway line of 12. 1-1 at Wembley. And it's been a terrific game here at Wembley. And I hope you've enjoyed it at home. You've got another 10 minutes to go. Stones has had an eventful night. And some of them, you have to say, as Susan rightly pointed out, all for the wrong reasons. One apiece here at Wembley Stadium. Throw to England. And Euro 2020 will be coming up on June the 11th, incidentally, if you want to know the start date for that. There's plenty of club football issues to be decided. League Cup final next month, of course, on the 24th between Tottenham and Manchester City. That could be the first leg of a possible 4 trophies, a quadruple, which has never been done by an English club before. And I'm sure Jose Mourinho has got a great record in the League Cup final. Never lost a League Cup final, Mourinho. Neither, for that matter, I think, as Pep Guardiola. But one of them has to lose on that Sunday, on the 24th. And then FA Cup semi-finals. They could lose to Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, who, since he's taken over from Frank Lampard, has really revitalised the Chelsea side. Right back in the Champions League at the moment. And, of course, there will be no opportunity for a title race. So we'll be focusing a little bit on Burnley's bid to stay in the Premier League, of course. Got some live commentary and some delayed commentary on their games. As Malden now plays the ball back. So 1-1 is the score as we now go into the final 9 minutes. We've played 81 and 3/4 minutes. 1-1 if you've just joined us. What a night it has been. One change Gareth Southgate made from the win in Albania. That was at the left back. But it hasn't worked at the moment. England have yet to make a substitution. Poland have used 3. Szczesny kicks the ball away from the back pass. 8 minutes to play, plus any injury time. Harry Kane is winning our Man of the Match award. You've got 8 minutes to make the difference. Who do you think is going to win the Man of the Match award? England player only, please. Name of that player, hashtag it JBMLTN, but it's got to be an England player. Ball played back towards Nick Pope. Little or no chance with the goal. Stones to Kyle Walker now, right-hand side. England need a second goal, I fancy now. So can England find a way through? 2-1. If they can get... Well, it's 1-1 at the moment, but I don't know which leads you all. It's nice to have everybody with us, and it's nice to have one or two ladies alongside as well. 800 subscriber video, this one. We have to do something big for 800 subscribers. And if you have never subscribed to the channel before, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because we'll be there. And, of course, we'll be announcing any live matches from now to the end of the season, as we've always been doing on Twitter. Our first live match in about 3.5 weeks, since the 3rd of March. And we've had a little bit of a break. Again, now with England 1, Poland 1. As we come towards the last few moments, here's a chance now. Mount shoots. He hadn't initially made the run down that side. Thank you, Sue. It's nice to be back. But sometimes we need a bit of a break. I've been working full tilt on these commentaries for a good 8 months since August. Finishing off some of the season, backlog of last season, and then only taking a week's break before getting into a new season. It's been pretty hard going. Anyway, here comes the England corner towards John Stones. He got the header in. The ball knocked back. Maguire shoots and he scored. And he scored a terrific goal. And John Stones has a turn for that mistake. He was hit header back at the far post. And he's the first one to congratulate John Stones. Stones, who made the mistake on the equaliser, he's congratulated by the goal scorer. And England are in front. Harry Maguire with a super shot after a brilliant knockdown by John Stones. England lead with just over 5 minutes to go. Stones with a knockback. And Maguire from just to the right of the penalty spot smashed it in on the right foot. And he went through a forest of bodies, and Stacey, before he could even react, learned that the ball had crossed the line and into the back of the net. I think he might have got a glove on it, but I think he was beaten before he got a glove on it. A huge moment now, and England will have 3 wins surely now out of 3. But my word, have they had to work for it or some? Southgate, a fist raised, probably more in relief than anything else. But it's England 2, Poland 1. 4.5 minutes to go. And England may be making their first substitution, amazingly, of this match. And it's number 7, Phil Foden, who's going to be substituted. The Manchester City man who's had a terrific season. Taking over for David Silva. Reece James is going to come on. I just shore things up at the back possibly now. Not been vintage England tonight by any stretch of the imagination, but forget the performance. It's all about the result. And England are in the lead. That's what counts. England 2, Poland 1 now. 4 minutes to go. Grosicki has come on. The man from West Bromwich Albion, former Hull player, nearly joined Burnley a few years ago, and Recker has replaced Rebus. So they've used 5 substitutes now. Ball played in there, knocked away by Stones. England have got it holding out now. Fresh legs wherever you look now on the Polish point of view of things. Here's the number 16 Moda, who's only got 1 goal to his name. Looking to try and get forward here for the Polish. Number 3 has it now. And that's Recker. Gets his first touch. Recker again. Oh, what a challenge that is. What a challenge that is from Kyle Walker. Right on the edge of the area. Might have been tempted to slide in there. But he didn't. And he did really well. Excuse me. My voice is nearly gone. England 2, Poland 1. And it's been a smashing game. Ball played back, and Grosicki can't get on the end of it. That was a real opportunity for 2-2, and England really got away with that one. Nervy moments this for every English men and women here around the nation. England 2, Poland 1. Harry Kane's gone down in a bit of a heap. I think possibly just to waste a few more precious seconds. Polish player trying to help him back on his feet, but he's gone down again. This was the moment when Harry Maguire with that terrific right foot of his made it 2-1. No centre-back, no typical centre-back finishing there. I'll tell you what, a more accomplished striker would have been proud of that one. I think Harry Kane would have been proud of that one himself. We're going to see another substitution. And it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin who's going to come on for England. 2 minutes for stoppage time to go, and Brandy's just barked at Sue's dog. You've got about... Harry Kane's gone off. Calvert-Lewin, who scored a hat-trick against the San Marino last week. He's now on. But it's 2-1 England, and that's what matters. It's about 3 World Cup qualifying points. 9 points out of a possible 9 if England hold on now and take the points here at Wembley tonight. We're going to see Jesse Lingard, who's really come back to prominence since joining from Manchester United at West Ham. Raheem Sterling taking his place. So Jesse Lingard's going to get a couple of minutes of a run out. But, well, let's just say relief from every English woman, man and woman around the country tonight. We'll give you all the other scores from around the country, of course. But I'll tell you what a game this has been. A very enjoyable match, a very good game. And we may have just had the late drama. Looks like Harry Kane is going to be our man in the match as well tonight. But here come Poland now, and here's a chance now for the number 3 Wrecker. Can he get there? No, Kyle Walker's blocked him off legally, and a goal kick it is. So, Gareth Southgate will be relieved, but Paolo Sousa's men, they've got to be given a little bit of credit because they really made a game of this tonight and really put England under a lot of pressure. It has to be said. And really, when you look at it logically, it has been a tough night for England. It was a tough examination. This was always going to be the tough game in the group. Poland are no gimmies, even without Robert Lewandowski. And they've certainly proved that as well. Never discount Poland, of course. We've seen that too many times over the years. So we never discount anybody. But England now have just got to be very confident now. 30 seconds of stoppage time for which we've got 4 minutes. Harry Kane is our man of the match, by the way, so he gets our reward. Here's Jesse Lingard taking it over to the far side corner. And he's got... he had number 18 there for company, Bejanetsky. And a corner kick has been given to England, which obviously there'll be no great hurry to take. We've had 1 minute of the 4 almost played. In fact, we'll have had that 1 minute now. So 3 left to go, and if England can see the job out for that remaining time, then it's 3 hard-earned points. They've done it the hard way tonight. Calvert-Lewin on the short corner. They've yielded another corner, England. They've done really well. They've done the right thing at this moment in time. And again, Lingard and Calvert-Lewin will try and play keep ball in that corner and try and force a free kick or another set play. About a minute and a half of the 4. Calvert-Lewin again. And another throw this time to England off one of the substitutes, Jozowak. Another throw in. Calvert-Lewin again. Jozowak nearby, close at hand. Lingard again. Again, they're just keeping the ball, but they've conceded a free kick here. And Calvert-Lewin trying to waste a few seconds. But as we all know, Bjorn Kuipers, the referee from Holland, will add time on after time added on. He's well within his rights to do so. I should stress that 4 minutes will be a minimum of. We've had half of that time now. 2 of the 4 minutes have elapsed. Poland decides to add a little bit more on. He's well within his rights to do so. I should stress it's a minimum of 4. Harry Kane's won the Man of the Match award. He's our England Man of the Match tonight. Free kick to Poland, played in there towards the defence, and well dealt with there by Kyle Walker for England. And now the ball forward there by Reece James, but he's lost possession this time. Grosicki down the left-hand side, and Kyle Walker again, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant for Walker. Staying on his feet, used his strength, and did magnificently well. Fantastic defending from the England right back. Still, Poland carry on. I know, not giving, that is for sure. The ball played over towards the far side where Piatek is there, but he's got the throw. Chilwell has gone down in a heap, but Poland not prepared to carry on, but the referee stopped it. Chilwell is down, obviously injured. That's no play acting at all. Let's have a look on the replay. Chilwell did injure himself in getting out of the way. It was a Polish throw. Well, it was definitely he was definitely hurt. There was no play acting or theatrics going on there. I can reassure you of that, folks. So England 2, Poland 1. What a game this has turned out to be. And what a dramatic finish for our 800 subscriber game special. Throw to be taken by Reka, the substitute. High one in there. Flicked on and over. Over from 6 yards. It was number 6, Ogonastak, who got the shot effort in. Chilwell is spied, by the way, Sue. But that was the chance. He hit it on the volley. And that surely must be the last chance gone. England will surely now, barring accidents, will win the game. But my word, have they been made to work for it by Poland, who have had been to a man superb in their own right. Well past the 4 minutes of added on time. Pope, in fact, is taking an age with his goal kick. And if he's not careful, he'll get a booking. England are there now. And all Pope has to do is just get that ball down the field. And the game is won. Pope with a kick, right footed. Showing that must be it. It is it. And that's the... No, it's not. It's not the final whistle. The referee plays on, and we're still playing on here. We've been the 1 minute over the 4 here. So we're into time added on at the end of time added on. So we're playing a minute now over the 5, over the 4. The referee has looked towards his whistle and he's watching it all over. And the end, after 5 minutes of stoppage time, and Gareth Southgate's boys have got over the line. 2-1 winners. Pope and Maguire, the goal scorers for England. Mulder with the equaliser in between. It was a tense finish, but England are there. They're there now. 2-1 winners. John Stones with the mistake for the equaliser. But he atoned on the winning goal. Headed back, and my word, didn't Maguire finish it off superbly? No messing about there from the England man. So it's finished here at a relief Wembley, I would have thought. It's finished here. England 2, Poland 1. Whew. What a way to finish. So that's the end of the game here at Wembley. That's been in around the group at the moment. England have won by 2-1. But we will bring you some full-time results from around the world. Because obviously the game has been played so well that we haven't had time to bring you anything up to date. So just for the last 4 or 5 minutes of the stream, we're going to just bring you up to date with what's been happening around Europe. And boy, has it been an interesting game. Boy, has it been an interesting night. So Harry Maguire with the winning goal there. So let's have a look at what's been happening. Oh, how's your I mean, your heart preparation. We all must have had heart failure watching England tonight, but it's a terrific victory anyway. So these are the scores now. The England earlier result: Armenia 3, Romania 2. So Romania beaten again. That was a full-time score before any of the other games kicked off. That was an early kickoff. I think it was about 5 o'clock kickoff or something or other. But the real sensation of the night here is happening over in Germany. They're still playing, but it's remarkable. Germany 1, North Macedonia 2. Now, we're going to just stay to the end of this because, and oh my word, oh my goodness me, what a result this is in the history of North Macedonia. It's finished Germany 1, North Macedonia 2. This is no joke, I can tell you. This has happened. Pandev had scored just on the stroke of half-time. Then Gundogan of Manchester City brought Germany level after 63. But 5 minutes from the end of normal time, plus with that, they had something like a whopping 8 minutes, Elmas scored the winner. North Macedonia have just created the biggest shock of the night in World Cup qualifying. It's finished amazingly over in Germany. Germany 1, North Macedonia 2. Unbelievable stuff. That is going to be the shock, without doubt, of the night. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Are we seeing a new world for German football, I wonder? Elsewhere, Liechtenstein 1, Iceland 4. Greece 1, Georgia 1. Spain 3, Kosovo 1. Lithuania 0, Italy 2. So a good, decent win away from home for Italy. Northern Ireland didn't score tonight at Windsor Park, I'm afraid. They were held by Bulgaria. France winning against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Ukraine and Kazakhstan share the spoils in a 1-1 draw. Austria 0, Denmark 4. Moldova 1, Israel 4. And Scotland with a big win. Their first win of the qualifying campaign after 2 draws. They've beaten the Faroe Islands by 4 goals to 0. And I'll tell you the goal scorers from that game as well. 2 goals for John McGinn and 1 for Che Adams and another, I think, for Ryan Fraser. So a very good performance from Scotland. I'd say win 4-0 against the Faroes. A good result there for them. Finally, so we got up to Andorra 1, Hungary 4. England 2, Poland 1, which you've just heard here on the JB Sports channel. San Marino 0, Albania 2. So Albania bouncing back with a comfortable 2-0 win. In the Women's Champions League, mixed fortunes for English sides. Chelsea are through, 3-1-0 winners against Wolfsburg Ladies. And Chelsea winning out 5-1 winners. But not such good news for Manchester City Ladies. They were beaten 2-1 by the Barcelona counterparts. Or they beat them 2-1, but they lost overall 4-2 on aggregate. Euro Under-21 Championships. Denmark 3, Russia 0. Iceland 0, France 2. Switzerland 0, Portugal 3. England 1 in Croatia tonight. But are out of the tournament, as it turns out. They had to win by 2 clear goals, and they were winning 2-0 going into the last seconds of the game. But Branderich's goal, Eze had put them in the lead, and then Jones had given them a 2-goal lead, but then was later sent off. Dwight McNeil setting him up there. That was a quarter of an hour from the end, but that goal from Branderich has knocked England out. So even though Eze and Jones did everything to do in their power, England are out of the Under-21 European Championship. So that's not good going forward for the Under-21s. A bad night for them, despite winning. 2 international friendlies have taken place tonight. Sweden 1, Estonia 0, Switzerland 3, Finland 2. In League 1, in the Football League, that was an early kickoff. Gillingham 1, Wigan Athletic 0. In the North and Central America World Cup qualifying, it finished Bermuda 5, Aruba 0. And that brings you all up to date with the evening games there. Thank you to everybody there. Yes, Nitro, you are back. Yes, what a result. That has got to be the result of the night. I mean, England have done really well to come back and take that one. And Russ has enjoyed it. Nitro's enjoyed it. I know Vanessa was there earlier as well. We've all enjoyed it. But the result of the night, which has overshadowed the game at Wembley a little bit, to be honest, and I'll finish there, is that Germany were beaten 2-1 by North Macedonia. That is going to be the result of all results. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our coverage tonight from Wembley. Hopefully, we'll be back in April with some more commentaries and the climax of the season here on JB Sports. But for me, for now, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. England the winners 2-1. Elsewhere, it's a bad result for German football. But England got out of a huge, tricky situation. Harry Maguire with the late goal, sinking the plucky Polish. And it's England who go 9 out of 9 in their qualifying section for the World Cup qualifiers. It's finished England 2, Poland 1. And for me, JB, until next time, good night to you all. Bye-bye.